This is DG Vision Network.
Space studies and research in the outer space has always intrigued man. Mankind has a thirst to know what is beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Thus, every nation has set up its own space agencies and research centers. There are numerous of them, but only a few are of high quality, do extreme research, are technologically advanced and well known around the world. So here are the list of top 5 space research organizations in the world. Number 5. Indian Space Research Organization, Isro. Formed in 1969, the Indian Space Research Organization harnesses space technology for national development while pursuing planetary explorations and space science research. They have carried out several major operations on both the national and international levels. The agency maintains a series of multi-purpose geostationary satellites and remote sensing satellites that fulfill the nation's growing demand for telecommunication and Earth observation respectively. In 2014, they successfully sent a spacecraft to Martian orbit in the very first attempt. The total expenditure for this mission was $75 million, making it the most cost-efficient Mars mission ever. In 2017, Isro made a world record for launching 104 satellites in one go using PSLV-C-37. Impressed by their progress, the government increased Isro's annual budget by 23%. The annual budget of Isro as of 2018 was $1.5 billion. Number 4. Russian Federal Space Agency Roscosmos. Formed in 1992, Roscosmos is a coordinating hub for all kinds of space activities in Russia. It conducts varieties of civilian activities, including astronaut projects and monitoring Earth, and coordinates military launches with the Defense Ministry of the Russian Federation. The new Roscosmos State Corporation is formed by merging the renationalized Russian space industry and the United Rocket and Space Corporation. However, the country's contribution to space technologies long predates this event. Between 1955 and 1965, its former Soviet space program wrapped up many world firsts, including the first artificial Earth satellite named Sputnik 1, the first man and woman in space. Roscosmos was formed in a completely different era, right after the termination of the Soviet Union program. Now the agency provides launch services to other nations and performs various spacecraft missions of its own. Roscosmos is currently working on the ExoMars mission to find evidence of life in Mars. In 2015, it recorded an annual budget of $3.27 billion. Number 3. The European Space Agency ESA. The European Space Agency was formed in 1975 and is an international organization with 22 member states. By harmonizing the intellectual and financial assets of all members, the agency can manage activities and programs far beyond the scope of any European nation. ESA is one of the major contributors to the International Space Station. Since its inception, it has been actively involved in unmanned exploration missions to the Moon and other planets, telecommunication, developing launch vehicles, and Earth observation. Major recent projects include Venus Express that is continuously sending data from its polar orbit around Venus, the Isro Pathfinder, which is studying gravitational waves, and the James Webb Space Telescope. The agency currently has projects planned for Jupiter and Mercury, and others that will observe the energetic universe and study dark matter. The annual budget of the ESA as of 2018 was $7 billion. Number 2. China National Space Administration (CNSA). China National Space Administration was formed in 1993 and is responsible for planning and implementing all space missions on the national level and signing government agreements related to space research. In 2014, CNSA successfully made the first soft landing on the Moon using its first robotic lunar lander and rover named Chang'e-3. Unlike other space organizations worldwide, CNSA is not involved with ISS. In fact, it has its own small space station. Also, it carries out regular launches by itself using a family of expendable launch systems called Long March. Unlike other space organizations worldwide, CNSA is not involved with ISS. In fact, it has its own small space station. Also, it carries out regular launches by itself using a family of expendable launch systems named Long March. Since 2003, they have conducted many manned space missions, and so far, 11 Chinese astronauts have traveled in space. It has recorded an annual budget of $11 billion in 2017. Number 1. National Aeronautic and Space Administration (NASA). For 6 decades, NASA has led peaceful space explorations, making discoveries about Earth, other planets, solar systems, galaxies, and our universe. It is an independent organization that isn't part of any executive department, but reports directly to the US President. Since its inception, most space explorations efforts have been led by NASA, including the Skylab space station, a partially reusable low-Earth orbital spacecraft named Space Shuttle, and the most popular human spaceflight program, Apollo moon landing missions. The organization has successfully launched more than 200 manned flights, and they are currently working on more than 70 missions. Some of its greatest missions include Apollo, Viking 1 probe that touched down on Mars in 1976, Chandra X-ray Observatory, and the Voyager 1 and 2, that made numerous important discoveries about Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and rich interstellar space. NASA's annual budget as of 2018 was $20.7 billion. Those are the top 5 space research organizations in the world. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting top 5 videos.
This is DG Vision Network.